Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. We are at the first episode of Generated Things podcast. Me today, Tracer and Eden from Whisper. And I want to say that this is my first podcast when I'm hosting the show. So I took this challenge and want to upgrade my host skills and talking skills on the public. So wish me good luck today. And also a big shout out to Tracer who set up everything that connected to the live stream. Since I don't have a clue how to do that, but I will learn from it. But thank you so much for that. And also, I want to talk about like a small teaser about what will be in Generated Things podcast. So it's actually a very warm, light discussion podcast with the vibe coders who are doing their thing and want to build something and to make something that community will use. And this is not about the hard tech questions. This is not a podcast with the high quality things which you need to understand and find out the terms in the book. This is a very light conversation when you can make tea, make coffee, and watch it without any problems. So I want to introduce our first guest on our pilot episode today. It's Eden, and I want to say that he built a product. Like imagine TikTok meets Polymarket. This is something that for me when I heard first about this project, I was like, wow, this is something interesting. I just want to give you a small teaser about that, but more information will be provided by Eden. But first of all, of course, we want to hear more about Eden itself, and we're just curious to hear your background and what was actually the idea behind all of that. So, welcome Eden to the first episode of Generated Things.
Thanks a lot, Vlad, for the invitation. So, hi guys, my name is Eden. I'm a developer based in Paris, in France. That's why I have this beautiful accent. I do a developer relation, which means I spend my time between writing code and helping other developers build some things. So before that, I did a lot of hackathons, really a lot around the world. I also built a project. So my last project was incubated at UC Berkeley in the blockchain accelerator directly in San Francisco. So I have been in the crypto builder world since many times, I think maybe 2 years. So yeah, and currently I'm building Whisper. So as said, Vlad, it's a prediction market. And yeah, I will talk a bit more after.
Amazing. Thank you for that. And just curious, from where the idea came from, because it's very popular right now. Like the overall the prediction markets are very popular, but I never saw this kind of UI for the prediction market. So just curious, where did you get this inspiration?
Okay, so at the beginning, I wanted to build something for the Coty Vibe Coding Challenge that actually use Coty privacy in a way that makes sense to a normal person. Because in my opinion, privacy is not a technical feature. Privacy is something that changes how the product works directly and why you will want to use it. And in my opinion, prediction market were the obvious answer because the whole problem with poly markets, it's every other prediction markets, is that all bets are public on chain. Anyone can see how much you bet, which side you are, and that creates, in my opinion, a behavior. People just copy the crowd instead of betting what they actually think. So, in my opinion, it kills the whole point of a prediction market. And then when you think about a real world use case, It gets even more serious, more sense, in my opinion, because the wallet address would be visible to everyone, the position would be visible to everyone. So Whisper solves that. You can participate in a market about anything sensitive, and nobody know what you vote.
Good one, good one. I really like the UI here. It's more like in the TikTok colors. Just curious if you will have a version in the Kotick colors as well, so you will be able to change the theme here. Will be good one. Just a suggestion.
Yeah, I'm currently building a V2. To be honest, it's just a proof of concept. It was the V1, but I'm currently inside the ecosystem. Thanks a lot, Vlad. And yeah, I will continue this project, improve a lot the UI, improve also the smart contracts, review all the smart contracts, and yeah, to have something really huge because I think we can really take a lot of user.
Cool. Tracer, just curious on your opinion on the Whisper. Did you try out and check out and click on the website? Did you try some like go around the menu, etc.? What do you think about the Whisper overall? And by the way, do you actually tried like prediction market at all? Do you like to bet on something, etc.? Not more like a bet, like a predict, right? So just curious on that.
I haven't played too much with prediction markets because the way we've done that for the past 5 6 years has been with speculating on tokens, right? So at this point, I'm kind of just waiting for something else to happen. I don't want to lose any money on bad bets, but no, I really like the concept of prediction markets. But it's kind of like one of those things for me. It's like how many things can I really dip my toe into and really, stay with it. I've been more focused on like the trading agent side and stuff like that. But I do like prediction markets. I think the UI is great. It is an interesting mashup where you kind of have the like a flickable news feed, but that's like the whole TikTok look for a prediction market. I think it's pretty cool. Like it's definitely flashy. It's a neat idea, but I haven't played with prediction markets much, but I like the concept. I don't need to be gambling in any way, shape, or form right now. So that's how I feel about that right now.
Just curious if the next meta will be prediction agents. Because before we had like just an AI agent that building something for you or trading, or like also AI trading bots. But maybe the next meta will be like the projects who will build the ecosystem around it will be like prediction bots or something like that, who will exactly predict on the prediction market. And also there is definitely some kind of reward system in all of the prediction markets, so maybe it will also help to somehow create a volume over that and gain some rewards. So it's kind of possible, but maybe the prediction bots already exist, and then maybe you know something about that. Or
Yeah, I think for next version we can imagine to plug directly AI agents directly. But after the next version, I think I will think about the legal because I live in Paris, I live in France, and this is illegal. When I need to use Polymarket, I need to use a VPN. So yeah, I need maybe to set the IP, all things like that.
cool, cool one. So maybe let's move on the things like how was this vibe code journey? Of course it still exists for you and it's not finished, but just curious to hear more maybe on tools that were used for the creation of the Whisper, and maybe some kind of hints that um, will be a good one for the people who are also building it.
Okay. To be honest, I code since a while, and after that, I start to vibe coding, and I'm using only Claude. Only Claude. In my opinion, it's the best. If you are looking about all the data, it's the best one. But if you need some image, some SVG, you can use OpenAI by ChatGPT by OpenAI. And also, I have some friends that are using Hermes. It's a local agent that you can directly put in your machine. But I'm using only Claude. For me, it's enough. And about all the design, for the moment, I did. But for the next design, I need to have a designer, to someone know how to fit, know how to color fit, to directly build something really huge, to have a huge product. But yeah, I'm using only Claude. I have the 200 dollar of monthly, so it's a bit high, but it's worth it. I mean, it's worth it. And yeah, so I'm using Claude for the logics, for the architecture, for create the smart contract. But at the beginning, I need to choose my stack. So for the front end, personally, I use Next.js and React, and for the smart contract, Solidity. But you need to specify a lot, and you need to talk a lot with your agents. Personally, I use directly Whisper. You can directly talk to your computer, and it will directly transcribe in a text. So I can directly send a lot of text to my agent, and it can be sure that he will do something really huge. You need to be really, really, really precise and have a big context. I mean, it's the most important when you are using AI, because a lot of people are using AI and have a shit results because they don't know how to code before, so they don't know the logic, and you need to know that before coding a lot. It's really, really important.
Interesting. And just curious, while you were starting building this Whisper project, did you find out some hint, something that you learned, like a new thing, like it was for you, like, wow, click, this is something that I should remember and use in the future, or there was none?
Mm, why I decided to build it? It was the most honest use case, in my opinion. It's for privacy, and
Mhm.
as I said before, privacy, in my opinion, is not a feature. Is not a feature. Privacy that made the product fundamentally better. I mean, so I thought about TikTok, because you can pass a lot of time on TikTok. So I feel my idea is why the application need to fit like a TikTok, not like a DeFi app, because DeFi apps you don't want to spend a lot of time. It's not really good in UX. Then maybe normal people will actually use it, because at the end we need to have some user. If you are looking for a poly market, there are really a lot of user, and not only blockchain user. There are a lot of Web2 users that directly connect by Google, directly deposit some money by on-ramp, and directly bet, and they don't know they are using blockchain. And in my opinion, at the end, we need to use technology like Rion, like um, a lot of technology about account abstraction. We don't need to use our wallet. My mother will not use a wallet, it's sure. But at the end, if we are looking for something really huge with a lot of people, with a lot of users, we need to thought about that. We need to thought about the UX, and that's why I thought about TikTok, because it's one of the most famous applications in the world.
Yeah, for sure. And how much time did you spend building it till the end product? Like months?
Mm, yeah, I mean 3 weeks, I think,
3 weeks.
because at the beginning, I did the first version. It was more about Instagram Reel, but it was good, but not really huge. And yeah, maybe 3 weeks. The first week, I'm focusing on smart contracts, test all my smart contracts, test a lot, put a lot of money inside my smart contract, test all the scenario. And after that, I started by plug directly the front end with the smart contract. And at the end, it's um, it's the most tough. It's about the UX. You need to do a lot of improvements, a lot of things, and it takes a lot of time. And I'm continue to building the project, and I I done a lot of time on that, on the UX, on the UI.
And I have one more question, just also interesting to hear an honest answer on that. So, if I do not have any like uh, code skills, I'm not a developer, etc., will I be able to build such an app as Whisper, or it
Yeah,
will be a bit challenging? I mean, it will definitely take more time for sure, but
I mean, in the life, always it's challenging, it's sure, but for people for beginner, it's more tough than me for sure. But you need to start by a point, and maybe you can start with the UI directly. You can make it look and feel like a real product before you touch a smart contract. Because in my opinion, the biggest mistake people make is starting with the hardest technical parts and never getting something to that feel real, so nothing to really show. And when it looks like a product, I mean, you stay motivated. If I start by the UI, I will see something every day. Say, oh, I have something. I just need the smart contract. So yeah, in my opinion, the most simple and plain for everyone is UI because everyone can do the UI. It just how they will fit. It takes time, but everyone can do. So start by the UI, and if your product looks really really good, you can maybe find someone for the smart contract, or maybe you can improve your skills for the smart contract. But at the end, you will have a product.
good one.
I find that the more you build with AI, it does eventually start to key you in on how the code works, right? I learned a lot. I went a lot further with learning how to code by just constantly reiterating with AI and running into those roadblock problems using AI to solve the problems. And then you kind of start to see the building blocks as to like how it works, and you just have a better understanding of your product. I don't know if you would agree with that or not, but I know it's like a cheat code, but it does kind of like lead you along and teach you as it goes, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think you're right. You don't need to fight with the AI. You just take a direction and you follow, and at the end you will just adjust and say, okay, I have this. Okay, I want this. I just need to do that, because I think a lot of beginners try to control every single decision. Do something, do a product, and after that you will do some adjustments. I think it's like a proof of concept. A lot of people think that proof of concept, you start by the wheel and you finish with the car, but in the wheel you start by a bike and you finish with the car. So yeah, it's my vision.
Amazing. And also interesting on Whisper. So what was the Hearthstone there? So is there was a part when you were struggled most with, like it was a smart contract wipe coding, or it was like connecting everything in one place, or it was like make it right in terms of UI, or like I don't know, user experience, etc.
Yeah, the most tough is the user experience, because I did the project, I did the first version, I sent to my friends, a lot of builders friends, and they told me this is not good. You need to improve that. You need to improve that. And they did a big review, and after that I did another improvements. I sent again. Yeah, you need to have some people in touch that are builders, because they will help you. And yeah, I have many groups with a lot of builders, and they can directly send me a project. I will take a look. I will learn about their projects. I will learn a lot of things, and I will do a review, and they do again, as they do that also for me. So yeah, I think it was the most tough part. It's the UX. It's really tough about the UX. A lot of people think it's easy, but it's not. If we are looking today, a lot of websites are not good. A lot of applications are not good, and it takes a lot of time. Yeah, and AI, for AI, it's tough to do that, because for AI, you just have button, it works. The test passed.
Yeah, the user logic is very tough for AI currently, I guess, to follow, because there is a lot of people who are entering to different platforms in different way and see with their own eyes the buttons that the other people don't see. So definitely it's hard for AI to test it with the like different souls, as we, if we can say it like that. Interesting. So, like, maybe there was just curious also while you were building during your 3 weeks session. So what there a moment when you were like, no, I'm like stopping this, I can't, I don't want to do that, and I want to move to another project because it doesn't make sense, but something is like was showing that you want to continue. So did you have that moment, and how did you, why did you not finish and still continue and finish this project overall?
I think it's about the review, because a lot of people tell me it's addicts and this is a potential. I did a lot of is global, and often is global is a lot of technical, but you do a project, you use a lot of technology. It's impossible to push that on mainnet, because you have a technology on Polygon, you have another technology on Ethereum, another technology on Solana, and it's impossible to put that in mainnet safely. So yeah, I did this live coding challenge on with only one technology, and you support me. So yeah, for the ecosystem part, it's good, and for this application, there is a potential, big potential. I mean, and the train is about the prediction market. If we are looking about Kalshi, about Poly market, I think Kalshi raised again a lot of millions a few weeks ago. Poly markets are currently starting an IPO soon. It's true, because it's a year of IPO. A lot of big players will do IPO this year, like SpaceX, OpenAI, Anthropic. Kalshi will do maybe next year, but Poly market will try to do this year. So yeah, the trend is about prediction market. It's working, and we won't all use that. But at the moment, we have enough things that guarantee you that nobody are following you.
Great, great. And as every great podcast should have this question, I mean, signature question for that we will be a special one. So for on this podcast, we have this kind of signature question. So if you could write one prompt to change the world, what it would be?
I think it's a really, really good question. Just one prompt. About my project, or about anything?
It can be anything. It can be connected to the world itself, or I thought that you will answer like free prompts forever or something like that.
Yeah, maybe it's about geopolitics. It's like build a big system where anyone in the world can vote on anything anonymously everywhere in the world, not only in Europe, not only in America, everywhere in the world. So people can directly vote anonymously, encrypted their vote on chain, so that for the first time we can actually know what people think without fear, without manipulation, without a government, with our platform seeing how you voted. I mean, it can be really, really big, and a lot of players like Coaching Privacy are trying to do that.
Yeah, sounds like an amazing world, no?
Yeah.
At the current stage. Definitely it is. So this podcast should be not as long as like 25-30 minutes. We want to make it short, and we want to make it as much as formative as it is. So just want to say that Eden did a big job. Like, even though it sounds like 3 weeks, it's very short term to wipe code something. I can say that it's definitely you need to be very skillful, and also trained much on AI to make the right prompts, and to create this kind of projects that people will be able to use. And that's why a big shout out to you, Eden, on the that you are keep going and you're not stopping in terms of the vibe coding. And I hope your vibe coding skills will be definitely improved in the bigger way, and every month you will get a lot of new updates for the Whisper. By the way, just curious, maybe you can give us some hints what we can expect in the next few months or so on the Whisper project, like some features, new features, etc. Just curious.
The first big features I will implement, it's private, so people can directly log in by Google, by their Twitch, by X accounts, and you will not need to use a wallet. So you can directly send the link to your father, and your father can directly log by Google. You send your username to your father, and they can directly send you some money, and you can directly bet for him. So yeah, it's the idea. It's like everyone can use the application, not only blockchain people. But because if you are looking the world, because we are in the niche, so we thinking we are only near us, but crypto world it's a little thing. So I need to use some advanced abstraction to abstract a lot of people.
Hmm. And maybe there is some alpha from you. Maybe people or users need to start using Whisper on testnet or something. Maybe you will have some collabs with the other projects or drop some NFTs, etc. Are you planning to do those or no? You can just yes or no questions, because I understand we're still on the early stage, but just curious if you have something in mind about that.
Yeah, about that, we create a point program, so people can try to the testnet right now, and of course we'll change the smart contract in testnet because we'll have some improvement to do, but we are following all the activity, and we'll create a point program, and if we need, maybe we have some NFT, some token, some reward. Of course, wallet with the more activity, with the more points, will be reward. So yeah, that's why we are continuously tracking all the points.
Great. We need to be careful because Tracer will took all of the points from there. So just FYI, we need to block his ID definitely from there. So, guys, just want to say the close word on that podcast. I really appreciate, and then you enjoying our first pilot episode of Generated Things, and you told us a lot about the Whisper. I really wish you good luck in the building and vibe coding of the Whisper, and also I hope someone who will watch this podcast, even though it's a pilot first episode, it will encourage them to start building and vibe coding the things like that. And definitely, it's one of the targets of our podcast to bring more people on board and more people to vibe code. And this is some kind of place of inspiration for the people who want to do something for other people and make them happy. So we will share right now the links to the Whisper X account, and also I would like to say that we also have a dedicated group for vibe coders in our Telegram chat, where even though you don't know how to build or vibe code, you can join out and see the projects that was built by other users in the chat. Also, if you want to start build something, you can share it there. There will be like a lot of feedback for you guys, so we'll definitely will be happy to see new faces out there. Again, thank you so much for Tracer for organizing that. Thank you, Eden, to join as a first guest, and thank you myself to make it goes live. And definitely, we will have much more episodes and a lot of interesting stuff coming out next months. And thank you so much for watching this, and stay cozy, guys.
Yeah. Bye. Thanks.
Bye bye.